They bounced back from that horrific and awful 22-point loss to the Philadelphia 76ers, and they're going to come away from this one with the 30-point win here, 139-109. Great game by so many different sources. Nick Nurse was a whiz with the adjustments in the second half to combat what the Hawks were throwing at us, and we absolutely suffocated this Hawks defense and turned it into a big win for this team. Let's break it all down for you in tonight's post-game show. So the Raptors in this one, 139-109. What an unbelievable performance from this team. They were exceptional pretty much throughout the game, barring a little pocket late first, early second when the Raptors used a lot of the bench unit. Nick Nurse learned his lesson and did not divert to the bench unit for like the rest of the game, really. The Raptors starters in the first half were all positive by 10 or more. The Raptors bench in the first half were all negative. Concerning. Bench, again, was a problem today. We were up by 10. The bench came in. We were losing. Then the starters came back in. Then we were up by 10 again. Second half, instead of using the bench really at all, we make sure that we only have like 2 bench guys on at a time. Kem Birch actually came in and did a great job off the bench. Boucher was improved from the previous game. Achua, still not up to the level that I would like him to be at coming off the bench, but better from him. He did have 10 points, 3 rebounds, and an assist. Was 2 for 3 from the field. Want to see more shooting, though. But again, an improved performance from Precious Achua. There were a ton of different sources from the Raptors who contributed from the point standpoint. Mainly, it was Pascal Siakam, who was once again sensational. Every game we say it. Every game he is sensational. Like, it's not one-off nights. This is just another night for Pascal Siakam. 31 points, 12 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 blocks, 8 for 21 from the field, and I really like this number. 13 for 16 from free throws. Not that he made 13, which is great. I like the 16 because we recognized pre-game here that the Hawks did not have a one-on-one matchup for Siakam, and he needed to feast. And my goodness, did they feast? Did he feast? Hawks couldn't guard him. They had to foul him. Christian Koloko was excellent tonight. 4 for 7, showed some strides offensively, and got his rebounds, got 3 blocks as well. Looked like he belonged out there, which was excellent to see. 33rd overall pick is looking so good. We'll come back to OG. Scotty Barnes, 5 for 9 from 3. Somebody in chat said that was a career high from 3. I'll take his word for it. 21 points, 8 assists, 7 rebounds. I said before the game, you should bet over 3.5 assists for Scotty Barnes. He hit it midway through the second quarter. Lovely to see. Gary Trent Jr., 21 points, 7 for 16. I said another big matchup is him because Trae Young won't be able to guard him. Not his best, but hey, that's really good. 21 points. OG, honestly, even with 14 points, he may have been the star of the show here other than Siakam. 14 points, 5 for 10 shooting, but 6 rebounds, 3 assists, 6 steals, 6, 2 blocks as well. As for Siakam, 0 turnovers, which is great to see. Off the bench, Boucher gives us 11. Chua gives us 10. There was garbage time, which skews some of the numbers for other guys, but Birch had 5 off the bench, including a corner 3. Lot to like here. From the Hawks side of things, Trae Young, who has beaten us up in the past, finishes as a minus 29. 14 points on 3 for 13 shooting, 10 assists, but woo! Trae Young commits 10 turnovers. Holy shit. Wow. John Collins, 12 and 12, 1 for 6 from 3. I said before the game I wasn't that worried about him. DeJounte Murray has a solid game, 20 points, 9 assists. I'm actually just realizing Trae Young is in my fantasy team, and I'm going to lose turnovers this week, probably just because of this game. Clint Capella, 13 points, 6 for 7 from the field. Wasn't a huge factor, even though he went very efficiently there. And not going to dive into the Hawks bench here. The Raptors defense suffocated the Hawks. And the adjustments made in the second half was we didn't go to a bench unit. Malachi Flynn, who people keep saying they're begging for him to get more minutes. And I'll address this right now. With Banton and Flynn, all this discussion about we need to play them more to develop. Welcome to the NBA. It is not a charity here. We are not giving out minutes unless we're up 30 points late on the Hawks, which we were. So we gave them charity minutes. But meaningful minutes, like we saw how quickly in the second quarter a 10, 12-point lead can evaporate. So there's no charity minutes. There's no, okay, he needs to get better, go play him. No, you want minutes, you got to go and earn them. And for Malachi Flynn today, he didn't do a phenomenal job in solidifying his claim to more minutes. I don't think Banton has necessarily done a ton to solidify his stake either. It is what it is. Raptors don't go too much of the bench in the second half, and it pays dividends. We win the third quarter, 31-27. We win the fourth quarter, 44-29. Team stats tonight, where you're probably going to see some of the biggest differences. Raptors win the possession battle, take 92 shots. We love that. 50% from the field, 41% from three. Two excellent figures. Go to the line 40 times. I'm noticing this team is getting to the line a lot more often this season. We hit a lot more free throws than normal today. We had 82% of those 40 free throws, which is huge. The Hawks couldn't hang with our size. Rebounding-wise, we out-rebound them 44-37. They had a few offensive rebounds early, but other than that, they were limited. Turnover-wise, here's the big number. They commit 18. Trey commits 10. We only commit 7. We were great with the ball. We smothered them on defense. We overwhelmed them with our size here, and it ends up being a big and nice win for this Toronto Raptors team. A Toronto Raptors team that really needed to come through for this one and win this game. A lot of people were nervous after the Raptors lost by 22 points to the Sixers without Joel Embiid playing. But I always said, and I always will say, you got to keep calm, take it one game at a time. Because you lose by 1 point, it's a loss. You lose by 30, it's a loss. You lose by 22, it is also a loss. Sometimes you just have bad games, and we did have one. A player in particular who did have a bad game for the Raptors in the last game was Fred VanVleet. And I want to make it crystal fucking clear here. The Raptors played really well tonight. They would have played probably really well if Fred VanVleet was playing. The Raptors did not win this game by 30 points because Fred wasn't playing. I know there's going to be talk about that. It is not the Raptors win because Fred VanVleet didn't play. It is what it is. We won the game. He didn't play. Okay? There's going to be games where Siakam misses and we still win. That's just the reality. We had a great game. It doesn't mean Fred sucks. He had a bad game last game. I'm waiting for him. He's going to come back, hit some big shots late, and we're all going to say he's amazing again. That's how I feel about Fred, and the notion that we should trade him is still ridiculous. Think about like the discussion, how quickly fans can be to react to stuff. There were talks like people wanted to trade OG Anunoby last week, and then we got the real OG experience today. 14 points with the 6 rebounds and the 6 steals. As I mentioned, like you really want to give up on that? I don't really think so. But overall here, it was a good mental game for the Raptors right now. They had to really dig in and come out with a big performance because of what happened in the previous game. I mean, not denying that we really could have used a big bounce back performance. Fortunately, we did get that here with the Raptors coming out, showing out tonight. And defense, I mean, our defense can win us games. Our defense can really win us games here. Siakam can really win us games here. Scotty Barnes, much better than the previous game. Still want to see him be a bit more aggressive. I get he went 5 for 9 from 3. Like, super cool. I want more of that, sure. But I also want him to mix it up and continue to get down low because he's not going to shoot 5 for 9 from 3 every game. And if he gets down low more often, like he can just pad on to those stats. So when he did get aggressive, good things happened as well. But I mean, come on, he shot 5 for 9. I'm not going to complain about that. Overall, Raptors win. They're 4-3. And 4-3, nothing spectacular here. But when you consider the schedule we were dealt to start our season, I said before the season started, I'd be happy with a 4-3 record. And here I am sitting at 4-3. I'm happy. We played Cleveland, top 6 hopeful. We played Miami twice. They're the 1 seed last year. Top 6 hopeful this year. Brooklyn, random wild card, but you'd think they're a good team. We played them. We played Philly, a top 3 seed hopeful. They're probably thinking they're top 1 seed hopeful. We played them twice, and we play the Hawks here tonight, who are a playoff hopeful as well. 7 tough games to start the season. There's no days off in this loaded Eastern Conference, but we mitigated a pretty fierce storm with what we got early on in the season. The schedule, I mean, again, there's going to be tons of tough games, tons of parity in the NBA this season. Good for the league, not good for a Raptors team, but maybe a little bit lighter, but not for long. You get the Spurs in the next game. Let me pull it up here. You get the Spurs in the next game. Spurs are on a roll. That's not going to be easy. You get Luka and the Mavs on Friday. You get the Bulls, who were, I believe, better than, but not an easy game twice. And then you move into a little bit of an easier pocket. You play the Rockets, the Thunder, the Pacers, and then unfortunately you play the best team in the NBA, the Detroit Pistons. The Raptors can't beat to save their life. But hey, schedule's a lot lighter. We came out of that 7-game stretch with a good record. Only concern for me is the bench and their continuous struggles. I'll end on this. If you are concerned about anything with the Raptors, it should be that the bench continues to operate and at a very low level and ruin a lot of what the offense on the starting unit creates. That is my worry, but hey, 4-3. Again, I'm happy. That was the post-game show, guys. If you're watching this on the YouTube live stream live, make sure you like the stream and subscribe to the channel for a watch party like this for every single Raptors game, plus 3 or 4 Raptors videos a week, all on my main channel, Amateur Sports, which you see over here. Subscribe to this channel. If you're watching this on the Amateur Clips channel, we do these post-game shows live on my main channel and post the post-game show clip to the Clips channel. If you ever can't catch a live stream or you just don't want to, you can always catch the post-game show on Amateur Clips, but would really appreciate if you also came and hung out at the watch parties or even just the videos on the main channel. Thank you so much, guys. Like before you go. See you next time for a video tomorrow and a stream on Wednesday.